Hello, and welcome to James the Lessons Expressing, where we get you out as fast as possible, bringing you can see, Detective Pikachu! Now, I don't know if it was just if you pre-ordered your tickets, but I pre-ordered my tickets, and I got Pokemon cards. I got Bulbasaur with Find a Friend, and then Detective Pikachu with Coffee Break and Corkscrew Punch. Now, it also came with a list of the cards you can get. There's a separate Detective Pikachu with Brilliant Deduction, Charizard, Mewtwo, Greninja, Psyduck, and Snubbull. Don't know if there's any. Obviously, with the chroma key on, the green stuff just disappears. But I just thought that was really cool. Like, I was not expecting that. But as I'm getting my tickets, like, oh, hey, don't forget this. Like, oh, cool. All right, I'll take them. Nice little collectibles. Anyways, as for the actual movie, gotta say, went in a little nervous because you never really know how a movie like this is gonna be. It's video games to movies doesn't usually go well. But I had to say, again, it is meant for the kids from the 90s who started playing red and blue or green, depending on your region. It is not meant for the kids who just started playing today. There's references to Home Alone. There's references to Seinfeld. There's references to stuff that happened in the 90s that if you started playing Pokemon 2-3 years ago when you're 8-9 years old, you're not going to understand the jokes because they're from the 90s. Which I enjoyed. I was allowed to go, I get it. And as we all know, Detective Pikachu is voiced by Ryan Reynolds. The main character is played by Justice Smith. They have a pretty good chemistry together. I was surprised. Again, because you're acting with something that's not there. Still remember that line from Men in Black, one of the guys that did special effects for it. You want to know how good of an actor Will Smith is? That giant alien that he's acting with is a tennis ball hanging from a string. And he gets an amazing performance out of it. And so Joseph Smith is interacting with something that's not there. Tennis ball hanging from a string, or however you want to put it, for most of the movie. Again, I went with lower than usual expectations because it is a video game movie, and I have to admit, highly surprised. It was actually funny in places, sad in places. There was a couple things here and there that were kind of a miss for me, but that may just been because I didn't understand some of the newer gen Pokemon stuff going on. I don't know if Rhyme City exists in the newer versions of Pokemon. Because I played Generation 1 a ton, Generation 2 a lot, and then I played a little bit of Pokemon X, and that was about it. Like, I got to my Charmander. I beat it first gym, got a Charmander, and that was it in Pokemon X. Never advanced past that, unfortunately. So maybe some of the stuff that was a miss for me was just stuff that comes from the newer generations that I've never played. But other than that, I enjoyed it. And that ending. Perfect. That was a great ending. A great movie can be ruined by a bad ending. A bad movie can be saved by a great ending. This was a good movie with a great ending. That was a good ending. No, it's not a 10 out of 10. It's not a 9 out of 10. If you're not a fan of Pokemon at all, but let's say you're a parent and your kids are fans of Pokemon, your kids want to see the cute Pikachu movie, go ahead, take them. If you're a fan or your kids want to go, I would give it an 8 out of 10. If you're not a fan at all and you just, 7 out of 10. Although some people who are just fans of Ryan Reynolds, you want to see it. You want to see this movie. Ryan Reynolds plays a great Pikachu. I'm not going to do any spoilers in this video just because there's only a couple here and there, and this is not, obviously with the Pikachu coming out around the same time as Avengers Endgame, they should have waited a week. They really should have waited like an extra week, maybe 2. Just for the Avengers Steam engine, whatever, to make its way through first, but goddamn, that's already made over $2.3 billion. It's not broken $3 billion yet, But all predictions say it's going to break 3 billion. It's going to be the top grossing movie of all time when you don't account for inflation, which is still Gone with the Wind. It's weird to think that movie, as old as it is still the top grossing movie of all time when you account for inflation. But also got released like 6-7 times in theaters over the decades. Anyways, that's just a bunch of rambling about Avengers Endgame. And hopefully this movie makes more than what it cost to make. Way more. Makes the money that it deserves. And maybe we'll get another Pokemon movie like this that's meant for the older fans that grew up with it back in the 90s, as opposed to the usual, which I understand, hey, we catch the kids young, they'll be hooked for years, like us. Then they'll show up 20 years later to the new Pokemon movie when they're in their 30s. It was such a cute movie, and after an hour and 44 minutes, one spoiler, there is no end credit scene. Once the credits start, you can go home. But the hour and 44 minutes does not feel like it. Like you're watching, and there's a couple places where it starts to feel a little slow, but it has to be slow because of the way they're building the story. It's just, like, you don't really notice time passing until those 2 moments. Then once those moments are gone, time doesn't pass until like, oh, hey, movie's over. I guess it's time to go home. But yeah, guys, give it a chance. Again, if you're not a fan of Pokemon, maybe avoid it, because it's best be a 7 out of 10. But if you're a fan of Pokemon or you have kids who are a fan of Pokemon, go see it. It's PG-13, but it's not like it's any violence or nudity. It's Pikachu says hell. I think they may say damn once or twice. That's about it. It's not like they went, oh yeah, it's PG-13. Let's do all this blood, gore, violence that America likes to do. No, it's just a little bit of like hell, damn. I think maybe one person says shit once and that's it. So yeah, don't worry about the PG-13 rating. It's a PG-13 movie. Which, if maybe they took out the one shit and maybe a couple dams, it could have been PG. But yeah, it's just consider it a PG movie. It's not PG-13 because of violence and gore. It's PG-13 because of a couple of curse words. So yeah, don't worry about it. Treat it as a PG movie. And as always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have a wonderful day. Huh. Doesn't fit right. Why are you not fitting right? Yeah, doing it on the fly. There we go. Move this way. That's right, doing it live. I'm not even going to edit this out. I don't care. Easily amused.